Looks like we are on our final fight tonight.
Got the main event.
Yes. Ryan Rex, the mirrored name of the Jets coach, I believe, Rex Ryan.
My stats are completely horrible, so I'm going to have to go with your recommendation on that.
Well, honestly, I think he's the Jets coach, so other than Jets fans, I don't think anybody cares about that anyway. And I'm a Niner fan, so that's just me watching a lot of football.
It's hard not to be a Niners fan in the Bay.
It is.
And please welcome his opponent, Barnaby Herrera.
So now that you've asked me these social media questions, Nate, which ways can the fans at home get a hold of you?
Well, I'm glad you asked. You can get a hold of me on Twitter at Nate James MMA. It's Nate James MMA all the way throughout. So on Facebook, Instagram, NateJamesMMA.com. That's the best way to get a hold of me.
Or if you have your cell phone number, you can text
Or if
it.
you have my cell phone number, yeah, if you're a select few.
I have that number.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your main event of the night. This bout is brought to you by Self-Defined Clothing and is scheduled for 3 2-minute rounds in the lightweight division. And once the action begins in this main event bout, your referee in charge will be Kane Vandal. So now, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of everyone here in attendance in Fresno, California, the wait is over. Let me hear you make some noise. It's time to go to war. Introducing first, the fighter to my left in the blue corner. He is a Kempo fighter standing 5 feet 8 inches tall. He weighed in at 148.5 pounds. He's making his MMA debut, and he's coming in from Bakersfield, MMA. Please welcome Ryan Rex. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner. He is a boxer standing 5 feet 8 inches tall, and he weighed in at 153.5 pounds. He's also making his MMA debut, coming in from Perez Boxing. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Barnaby Herrera. And here to give you final instructions, Kane Vandal.
The bell, come on, ready to bang. Touch blows, returning.
California, make some noise! Round one!
Here we go, main event.
Looks like both of these guys are having their first MMA fights right here. Ryan not wasting any time with those knees to the body.
Neither fighter scared to stand in there and bang.
Not at all.
These guys are just holding their ground. Oh! Ryan eating a big kick to the face, but doesn't seem to faze him.
Both of these guys just hitting each other like they owe him money. Both of these guys are already just hunting for the finish.
Oh, my goodness.
Nobody looks like they're interested in a second or third round right now.
Barnaby getting that kick up there extremely effortless.
Hey, quite an interesting mixture of punches and kicks, knees from both of these guys. I think a little bit more of a mixed bag of strikes than we've seen from some of these other fighters. Looks like they both might be settling down a bit, trying to pick their shots a little bit more.
Nice takedown to a front headlock position here with Ryan.
Barnaby's back up though and throwing some pretty hard shots to him.
Yeah, Barnaby's swinging. He's swinging tough.
He is.
Ryan's doing a good job of keeping his hands up, protecting himself, but there's a little bit more you need to be doing. It's bending your knees, moving your shoulders back and forth. You know, body's in motion, stay in motion.
It looked like Barnaby had tried a guillotine there, and it just kind of slipped out on it when Ryan landed that takedown. Notice Ryan already has his head on his head, sitting down, and looks like Barnaby over here is nice and fresh, standing up.
Yeah, Barnaby. Good job of throwing leather. Maybe tighten it up, get a little more straighter punches in combination with some of the loopy punches.
He is mixing it up pretty good. Both of these guys throwing a nice, varied amount of punches and kicks, keeping the other guy guessing.
Barnaby's wasting no time.
No.
Forcing Ryan to take a shot here.
It looks like Ryan has gotten his butt down on the mat. Let's see if he can do anything with it. He's got him pressed up against the cage. Barnaby doesn't really seem to be still for very long. He seems to be kind of getting up and fighting and scrambling out of all these takedowns that Ryan's getting him in.
Got a
little blow action here.
A little low blow, cup check.
So it doesn't look like a point was taken. It just looks.
Yeah.
Usually you got to hit him with 2 of those before they will actually begin to deduct points.
Barnaby gets that kick up there so nice.
He does. He's really varying his striking game up a lot and connecting with a decent amount of stuff.
It reminds me of a younger Kung Lee a little bit, with his hands, moving his hands around and those kicks coming out so effortlessly.
Yeah. Doing a decent job of blocking some of those knees that Ryan was trying to throw there as well. Another kick from Barnaby. I think all these takedowns that Ryan's been trying to get on Barnaby, maybe gassing him out just a little bit. He looks like he's slowing down a bit. Barnaby looks fresh.
He's taken some damage along the way too.
He has.
You know, I think if he wants to get those takedowns, he's going to have to learn how to set them up a little bit better. You know, start off with a striking game, bring his hands up to box, and then take your shot. Open those legs up. Give him a reason to expose himself.
Yeah, obviously Barnaby, even with that miss there, is obviously very comfortable throwing kicks. And even though his hands aren't super high, he's got a lot of head movement. And he's not just standing right in front of him, unlike a lot of the other guys who are kind of just dropping their hands and standing and weighing in there. That was a nice kick there.
Goodness.
Wow. Way to capitalize on that by Ryan, though.
That's a great round right there. Back and forth. Doesn't get any better.
Too bad, Ryan.
We got Ryan here on the stool. You know, it worked for him last time. He had a much better round. I think you know that
maybe that's his style. Maybe that's what he wants.
That's what he's going for.
Barnaby's been able to kind of fight his way back up and scramble.
This is your third and final round.
Ryan is getting the takedowns, but he's not really doing much with them or getting much damage afterward. And Barnaby just kind of seems to be getting up after them and getting back to his game plan.
Yeah, and he's not sustaining much damage while he's down there either.
No, he's staying pretty.
But that kick is coming out pretty easy.
Yes. He's definitely trying to get it to find a home, probably on Ryan's face if he has his way about it. He has hit Ryan with a few clean high kicks, including one in the first round that was quite hard.
Ryan's capitalizing. I was about to say, if Barnaby doesn't get his chin down and those elbows in, he may get clipped.
Yeah, doesn't want to stand too much in front of him. Looks like Barnaby might be going for his own takedown here. Let's see if he gets it. Nice.
Beautiful.
Almost got right into side control with it. Looks like he's still holding on to a leg for half guard though, but not. He's got him flattened out pretty well. These short rounds, these guys need to remember to stay active so they don't get stood up.
Yeah, I think that locking that leg down, that's a common mistake early on in a lot of fighters. And I say mistake lightly because it's not a bad thing. It's there, absolutely use it. But I think some early on fighters tend to rely on that particular move a little too much.
And it's not bad if you were just in, say, a grappling tournament where you didn't have to worry about the other guy raining punches down on your face.
Yeah,
and you're just worried about him getting position on you and not getting punched in the face.
Yeah, the landscape changes for sure.
Absolutely. Well, you remember the old saying, you take a black belt, you punch him in the face hard one time and he's a brown belt, and you punch him in the face hard again, he's a purple belt, and so forth.
True words have never been spoken.
Nice left hand by Barnaby. That hurt him.
It's a butt game.
That hurt him. That hurt him. Right into mount. He just needs to try to survive this. Let's see if he can.
Oh, right at the buzzer.
May have been a little bit of a save by the bell there.
I don't know if there could have been a much more dramatic end to that fight. How awesome was that? This is the main event.
No, we had the co-main event.
Those was it.
Oh,
that was it, man. And they finished in fashion, style right there.
They did.
Rocking them at the end. The other guy's shooting in. Ryan shooting in, trying to get the takedown. Fighters just leaving it all out there. That's the main thing. You never want to leave any room for doubt. If anything, if not for the judges, if not for the fans, for yourself. You don't leave anything out there. You don't take away more energy than you could have spent. You need to spend all that energy.
You don't want to have anything left when you walk out of that cage.
Yeah. So again, just another great fight here with the WCS. It's WCS 15. We're here in beautiful Fresno, California. The MMA Evolution Expo. Just all kinds of just awesome events. Wrestling tournaments, taekwondo tournaments, jiu-jitsu, judo. We have the CrossFit competitions going on, the Battle of the Barbells, and of course, World Combat Series. And I'm here with Mechanic Jitsu, Andrew Mechanic Corlett. And
give me the full name treatment there.
I rarely call him by his full name. I know him, and I on purpose introduce him to everybody as Mechanic, just because that's how I know him, and that's how the community knows him.
My mom usually just goes for the Andrew thing. It's really...
Yeah, she's got her mom's rights.
She does. She's right. She gave me that name.
Yeah, just a great event tonight. Super excited to be a part of this. Gabe Scarpelli, George Jackson are just put together a fantastic team, and this is great. I mean, great people. They're enabling such a great following and an avenue for all these young athletes to take and get involved with mixed martial arts and go on to bigger and better shows. I mean,
I wonder how many of these guys we're going to see in the pro circuit in the next few years.
That's where I was getting ready to go. I mean, as these fighters mature, World Combat Series is doing a great job of cultivating the talent.
Absolutely.
For two MMA debuters being thrust into the main event, both these fighters show the heart of any fighter who would be fighting in the main event in any show that you would see. Give these two fighters a big round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 great rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. 2 of the judges scored it the same, 32-27, and your third judge scored it 29-28 for your winner in this main event bout by unanimous decision in the red corner, Barnaby Guerrera. And let's hear it one more time for Ryan.